Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. Good to see you all. All right, let's go to the top. All right. The mighty jungle. All right. Hey, you number one in here tonight, girl. The mighty jungle. Absolutely. Hey, number two is Linda. Now I got the mighty jungle song playing in my head, right? Oh, shit. Hey, you number two, Linda, number two tonight. I had to work to get that out. All right. Mama three, number three. Mama three is number three. That's cute. That is absolutely cute. She said, number one, hey PG, little man, everybody. She number three. I love you guys. Absolutely love y'all. You make PG laugh. There we go. Absolutely beautiful, girl. Beautiful. I love that. Summer. All the beautiful hearts. Amen. No summer, no peace. That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. There we go. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Patty Allen, number four. Hello, PG in chat. Hello to you, girl. Number four tonight. All right. Miss Justice is number five. That makes twice. That makes twice. She's been running number five. That just this week. Just this week. God bless her. All right. Let me get down through here. Teresa, Kaylee, Linda. Good to see everybody. Good to see all of you guys coming in. Anna, Patty Ponytail. Let me see. Oh, that is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Anna. I like that. That is real art right there. Real art. Patty Allen, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, Bridget. Good evening, PG. Glad to hear from you tonight. Much love to you and little man. Much love and God bless. You too. We're staying out here for summer. Oh, I appreciate that, girl. I appreciate all of you staying out here for summer. God bless you. What's the deal with Pampu? And is that his stepdaughter in a relationship? I saw PG posted on Facebook. I want to tell you something. From what I'm understanding, that's his real daughter. Like him and his old lady supposedly split up. She took her daughter. He took his daughter. So that's his daughter, right? That's his daughter. And what a weirdo, right? What a weirdo. He was like, let me quote. I like to quote this, so give me 1 second. Yeah. He said, she's mine. We're dating. I'm like, what? And the little kid's trying to cover his face up, right? The little kid's trying to cover his face up. I'm like, what the is going on there? And I don't know, but I hear they're staying with, YouTuber. And I hear the YouTuber knows all about this and I guess is comfortable with this. And I'm like, that's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I ain't there, but this is what, this what's in the grapevine. And and I hear that Munch guy is, been saying some very incriminating stuff about the trip down to Tennessee that Andrew and you know and all of them made. Jose down to Tennessee. But I'm going to bring all of that out tomorrow night, and it might take me 2 nights to cover it, you guys. It might take me 2 nights to cover this because there's a surface, and then it goes deeper. There's some stuff I don't think you guys understand or know about, and it goes deeper. So I might have to spend, the next 2 days on that. Tonight, I was wanting to talk about the timeline. I was wanting to talk about June 15th. I was wanting to talk about Grandis. I wanted to talk about the new pictures and videos and stuff that have been coming to surface, right? That's been coming to surface. There's a lot, right now, hanging out and going on. And, so, and these people down there, the problem is law enforcement don't take things serious. And these people surrounding this case don't take things serious, right? These number one suspects surrounding the Summer Wells case, they ain't none of them taking anything serious. I mean, look at this. Look at that. Look right there. Yeah. I mean, picture. She's up there talking to, the news, talking about, supposed to be being serious, supposed to be, and she diverts it all off, of Summer and tries to get onto her daughter to try to get a pity party for her, and Rose, instead of, she's so ignorant and uneducated, she didn't realize that, her granddaughter would have gave her attention too, but that's a case she wanted to stay away from because she had her ass there at the swimming hole when everything was going down, and she knows what happened, and all the shit that they covered up. So, she's trying to divert away from her granddaughter. And I mean, her granddaughter ain't, she don't want the attention from her granddaughter because it could also be, a jail sentence, right? And but she's up there, look at her. She looked like she just tasted her own fart or something, with her tongue all hung out and shit. And yeah, not ever seen before video right here, right? This is a not ever seen before video picture that that was captured of, Grandis. She don't only smell her own fart, she fucking tastes them. They gotta be bad. Right? That's what happens when you live on Ben Hill Road. And then Don Wells, look at this. Look at that. Man, I'm gonna tell you, these people, he going all cross-eyed and shit. I guess Tennessee prisons ain't that sanitized or whatever. Look at the big fly stuck on his nose. That fly's like, moly. Look at it. The fly's like, can you see the mold in between your eyeballs, Don? Can you see that? You might want to get that taken care of. I don't know. What the fuck? That's all weird and shit. Oh, moly there. I'm like, damn. Right? Yeah. I don't think they ever heard of what, I don't think they ever heard the word dermatologist, Go to a dermatologist. That's scary. I mean, if she start growing a third eyeball, I don't know who the fuck you see for that. I don't know who the fuck takes care of third eyeballs. I don't know if it's a moly or a third eyeball, but it's something fucking growing there, right? He might be getting a third eye, you know. The mother fuckers are spaced out all the time. They might be getting a third eye. I don't know. And then you got Granny. Look at her. She got a damn wife beater on, riding around in a mother freaking grocery cart, hollering, "Don't video me. Don't video me. Why the hell you videoing me? On June 15th, 2021, at the damn grocery store, we were just supposed to get milk. Damn it, Candace, we were just supposed to get milk. We wasn't supposed to get any fucking thing else, so why are you videoing me? They're going to see the fucking milk in my cart, Candace. They're going to know you got a big cart to get food to entice the boys, so they'll be all over it instead of all over us and the dirty shit we're doing, right? And why are you implicating me? Like, this is the one day I don't want to be with you, Candace. I don't want to be with you. I sure in hell don't want to be seen with you. Right? Yeah. There she is. Mm-hmm. Right there, look. Look, she got water. She got some water, and she got more water, too. She got water under her ass. She got water under her ass. I seen it. I seen it when the cart was going by. She got water tucked under. She needs a lot of mother freaking water up there in Tennessee. Why? Because they probably ain't damn got none. They probably don't even have no running water up there. They probably have all this bottled water, you know, trying to take those hoe baths and shit, and you know, and have a sip once in a while. I don't fucking know. Maybe to rinse out, a dirty dish that they done ate off 5 times, and flies are sticking to it, and they gotta wash the flies off of it. But and maggots and who knows what else. But look at the shit ton of water this old lady's got. She got tons of water. She needs lots of water. And I can't see really. She's got some kind of freaking, I don't know what the hell's in the brown bag. I ain't sure what the hell that is in that brown bag right there. Then she got some shit stuffed up underneath. I think she does got her own milk. I think she got a jug of milk in there with the blue. Look at that. It's got the mother freaking, I think that's like 1% or something. Is that 1%? 1% milk or some kind of funky fucking milk. I don't even know. I think it is. It says in-store use only. They probably was trying to take it home with them. They're the type to clean out the truck and take that home. I don't know if she got something. There's something big and white behind the cart right there. I don't know if that's a knee brace or not. She got something big and white. And it's right between the cart back there. I can see it. Look like she might have a big ass can of Crisco lard too. I think it might be Crisco lard in there. I don't know what the fuck she got that for. What the hell she be greasing up? I mean, we know she can't cook in the camper, right? And she can't even go to the fucking toilet in the camper. She can't even go to the toilet in the camper. Her whole bathroom was freaking hoarders. It was a hoarder's quarters, right? She had a fucking hoarder's quarters in the bathroom. I seen it. Like, she had all kinds of weird shit. I mean, she's into that Wicca shit, right? It's like she's into Wicca. Because she has to be in that Wicca shit because she's got, the big old witchy fucking sticks outside of her camera or camper. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see outside of the camper those big long fucking witchy sticks? That them old ugly witches would be packing around, like hanging on to, looking at you and shit. She thought she looked like Pocahontas. She looked like she thinks she gonna look like Pocahontas hanging onto that fucking stick. Hell to the no. She gonna be looking like that fucking weeping willow tree that fucking talks, right? Hanging onto that stick. Fucking old hag. I'm like, oh my gosh. You gotta be fucking kidding me. What the hell you got all that weird ass shit all outside your camper for? Bunch of fucking weird sticks and all kinds of crazy looking totes and mother freaking, all kinds of weird ass plants. And I mean, bitch, she ain't got no green thumb. She ain't got no green thumb. Her motherfucking thumb is brown, right? It's brown. Just like her nose. And she'd be sticking it all in the same place, up everybody's backside. Come on. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. It's like, we know what you did. We know what you did that summer, Grandis. We know what you did. Right? Bitch, quit trying to run from it. Get your old ass up and tell the truth before you meet the Grim Reaper. Right? Before you don't have an opportunities at your fucking age. At your fucking age, fall over any day now. You need to tell the damn truth, right? Tell the truth, shame the devil. Shame the devil. Right? That's what I'm talking about. I mean, what fucking old people like that, like old ass hags like her. What kind of old fucking people like that be walking around with a dirty, dark secret about an innocent 5-year-old little girl and not willing to tell it? I mean, especially the grandmother. She's the fucking Grand Reaper, man. She ain't a grandmother. She's a Grand fucking Reaper, right? That's what the fuck she is. And I'm going to tell you where Grand Reapers end up. When her number gets called, there ain't gonna be no Grand Reapers up in heaven. They gonna be all in hell. She probably like, it doesn't matter. I'm going to hell anyway. I'm going to hell anyway because, like I was sleeping with Allie and I was sleeping with Jose and I was sleeping with my daughter's husband, Donnie. He pulled the electric. He actually turned my electric off so he wouldn't have to see me in the dark. Right? Yeah. He didn't want to fucking see it. He didn't want to see it, so he turned off the fucking electric because he can't see her in the dark. Right? He didn't turn it off because he's mad at her. He was turning it off because he's getting ready to go out there and, get jiggy with it, right? Then people are sick. They're freaking disgusting. He's about to go out there and, rock the mother freaking the trailer. He's getting ready to go rock the trailer. So he pulled the fucking plug. He's like, I'll rock the trailer, but I don't want to see that bitch in no light. Right? That's the shit that was going on up there. That's the shit going up on Ben Hill Road. Trust me. PG knows. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And I bet my opinion's right. Yeah. We didn't get to see Grandis in the truck. We didn't get to see this old hag in the fucking truck. She's the one supposed to be taking the video. The only thing we saw was nasty butt Candace. That was it. I mean, only thing we heard from the person in the driver's seat was, um, you know, Candace said, "Is her arm still up?" And the person in the driver's seat said, "Nope." Right? That's all we heard. That was it. We didn't get to see the ugly mug. We just got to see, Candace ugly mug. That's it. It was bad. But they lied. They lied. Look at this. Look at this. They're inside this fucking store. Inside the store getting water, big ass thing of Crisco, big old thing of Crisco lard, big bucket of freaking lard, and it's getting some funky looking milk and something in that right there in that paper. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to see. What it is, but I don't even fucking know. I can't tell if it's cans, bottles. Looks like bottles of something. Probably some insure. Probably some insure in case, Jose comes back or Allison decides to show back up, or Dawn decides to pull the plug again and Grandis can jump out of whatever she's in, and get ready for it. I'm sure she gets excited. She's probably shaking the trailer before he even gets there, just trying to get excited, that he's coming out. That's how she knows when Don's going to visit. The damn plug gets pulled. All freaking weird. Bunch of creepy weirdos up there. No, that ain't no steak, because it looks like it's got to be bottles of something, because it looks like fucking chicken legs or turkey legs. I'd say it's some type of, I think it's some type of, some type of one of those insure, probably some kind of, funky ass, give you extra energy, something, it ain't no damn ham. It ain't no damn ham. It's bottles of something. It's bottles of something. And she might have some chocolate milk. She might be like one of those packs of chocolate, chocolate, insure drinks or something. It's got a tag right there on the side of it. It's got a tag right there. It's got a tag like the meat department. But I don't know. I ain't never seen no weird shit like that. I have no clue what the hell that is. She went to a fucking doctor looking like that. No wonder they gave her a shot in the fucking knee. Look at her. Who in the hell goes to the doctor looking like this? I mean, shouldn't you get up, she's an old lady, man. She's a damn old lady. Shouldn't she get up and put on a dress or, or a nice pair of slacks and a nice flowing woman's top with some little flats on, maybe try to grow that fucking hair out. I mean, look at her. She'd be walking around trying to rock them 1950s fucking Beatles haircut, right? She's got a 1950 Beatles fucking haircut. Who in the hell goes around looking like this? Yeah, Australia, very much so. Very much so. You know, she's a swinger. You know, she swings over here and she swings over there. You know, um, yeah, right? Exactly, exactly. I mean, look at her. Whoa, unbelievable, unbelievable.
What do we need? Quit taping me.
She like, quit videoing me. Quit videoing me.
What do we need? Quit taping me.
Quit videoing me. Quit videoing me. And look at her mouth. Look at her mouth. She ain't got no fucking teeth. She can't have. She ain't even put her fucking teeth in. She didn't even put her teeth in. Look at that. Damn, she went to the doctor, forgot her teeth too. Shit. Man, she was shitting getting it, wasn't she? She was shitting getting it. Like she was flooring that damn that fucking cart. Like beep beep, road runner. Look at it. I told you, wait, let me get right here. See the water? See what she's sitting on? There's a ton of water under her ass, ton of shit in her cart. What else she got in the cart? I'm gonna look. I'm gonna try to see it. She got something in there. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Maybe it's a loaf of bread. Maybe it's a loaf of bread right there. Let me see underneath that loaf. She got something hanging underneath the loaf of bread. I don't know what the hell that is. That cart, her cart's starting to get overfull. Look at her. She's wearing fucking house shoes. Look at her. Yeah, see, there's the brace. There's the knee brace right there. Um, why in the hell would Candace need to take that off? Why would Candace need to straighten that up? That mother freaking thing is wrapped. That mother freaking thing is wrapped. From the top of her damn thigh, clean down. Nobody was going to need to straighten that up. How in the hell would you straighten that up? Could somebody please explain to me how the fuck could you straighten that shit up? There's no way. There's no way to straighten that up. Absolutely not. I mean, this mother freaking thing is in place, baby. Look at it. It is straight up in place. No. Yeah. It's bandaged. And it's bandaged from up here on her hip all the way down, damn near to her ankle. What are you going to straighten up there? What the hell are you going to straighten up? The only way that you could straighten this is if you completely unwrapped it and mother freaking wrapped it. There's no way in hell. No way in hell. There's no straightening that. Man, you could sleep in that bitch for a whole week and it wouldn't budge the way they got it wrapped. Look at that. Look at that. That damn thing became part of her leg. It became part of her leg. Yeah. Look at that. That thing don't need that freaking thing don't need nobody. They don't need nobody to be doing nothing for it. And look at her other big old fat knee. Look at her other big old fat knee. I'm going to tell you something. Those two knees are the same size. Those two knees are exactly the same size. because I would suspect the one that's wrapped up to be swollen, but that sucker ain't swollen. It's the same size as the one over there that ain't got no wrap on it. I'm looking at it right now. I'm seeing it. Yeah, and look at her ankle. Her ankle ain't swollen or anything. She be lying. She be lying about that knee being, about her knees. Right? I think she's telling fibs. Yeah, and then she got butt shit crazy when she didn't get her pain medication, right? When they pulled up to the window and she found out that the big old shot was all she got. She's like, "What? You call the doctor. You call them because they told me." And they were like, "Okay, ring, 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 hospital. We got a patient here." So they was, no, the doctor said the big old shot's all she got and she ain't getting nothing else. Sorry, you know, we don't do this. Click. Uh, Listen, Granny, they said they don't do that. The big old shot's all you got. Deal with it. We can't give you shit just because you want it, just because you're going to throw a tantrum over it. You know, like all they gave you was some mother freaking little steroid to bring down the swelling and help out, you know, with all of that, and I don't want that. Yeah, I bet you don't, but you got it, right? But you got it. Go home and take it. Shut your face. Deal with it. You know, you got the big old naughty shot. The big naughty shot. How did it feel? I don't know, but I hope it didn't feel good. Right? I hope it didn't feel good. Because you were all planning and done carried out something very evil at the swimming hole. Right? You done carried out something very evil. You're over here trying to pick up some medis that the doctor didn't give you after you went and done some real evil at the swimming hole. So I hope that shot didn't feel good. And I'm glad you didn't get what you wanted. Right? Because Summer didn't get what she wanted either. Summer wanted to live. Summer wanted people to keep their fucking hands off of her. Summer wanted to be treated with the utmost respect and kindness and caring and unconditional love. Something evil fucks don't know how to give, right? She didn't get what she wanted. So fuck you, Granny, right?
What do we need?
Oh, get some of those potato chips. That'll keep the boys busy. Right in the middle of the aisle, too. Lucky us. Lucky us. We don't have to take our lazy asses and go look for them chips. Right there they are. Grab some, Candace. That'll keep them busy. Look at her face. Whoa.
Quit taping me.
Stop recording me. Quit. Stop recording me. Quit. Well, she recorded your ass, and now we know. Now we know that you lied about just getting some milk. Just getting some milk. And that water's heavy as fuck. That water's heavy as fuck. So, you know, don't tell us your knee was all fucked up, Grandma, because I'm going to tell you what Candace Dunn said, that you took your shit into your camper. And if you could carry that heavy fucking water up those stairs into your camper, there wasn't shit wrong with your damn knee. Okay? I tell you that right now. Because I ain't going to be carrying that fucking water. I'm not going to be carrying that water right there. My little ass ain't carrying that fucking water. That's why they got people in the store to come out there and stick that water in my vehicle for me. And when I get home, that's why I have a husband, and that's why I have older sons, and that's why I have their uncles, is because their asses need to pick that water up and carry it because that shit is heavy. That shit is heavy, right? That shit can do some damage. It could do some damage to people lifting that kind of weight, right? They ain't no little woman. They ain't no little woman going to be trying to pack that heavy ass water, right? It's not that I can't. It's that I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not. I'm not going to carry it. It's big, it's bulky, and it's heavy as hell. And if grandma packed that shit up those stairs into that camper on her fucking own, like Candace said, then they wasn't shit wrong with her damn knee. Just saying. Just saying. That right there proves it. And honey, she didn't make one trip. She made two. Let's remember, she ain't only got that big old thing right there in the front, but look back here. Look back here. Under her funky legs, right? Look underneath her funky ass legs. Where's it at? Right there. Look. 1, 2. She gotta make 2 fucking trips. She gotta be carrying that 2 times, right? Hey, somebody gonna be helping my ass. Somebody gonna be helping my ass. And how the hell she get it in there? How did she get it in there? How'd she get it where it's at right now? There ain't nothing wrong with her old ass. Ain't nothing wrong with her. Absolutely not. And she got a bad knee, and and she's just not. She needs to go to emergency room. Look at this. There we go. Get out of the way, kid. She's gonna run you down. She's gonna run you down. Look at that. She hauling ass. She hauling ass 90. She going 90 miles an hour on that bitch. She going as fast as that fucking thing will go. There ain't nothing wrong with her ass. Nothing wrong with her ass. Look at her. Come on. Look. I mean, you could hear that mother freaking thing. You could hear the wind whipping. Look. It was like, whew. She going 90. Right? Look at that. And look, she's like, there's all the potato chips. Candace was picking up all that shit to keep them boys busy. Look, this is the back of the store. They hadn't even hit the milk. They're heading back. Look, this is the dairy. They're heading back to the freaking milk. They done got all kinds of shit and they're heading back to the milk. Mother freaking weirdos right there, man. Hey, Giddy, how you doing, sweetie? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Straight up. Let's talk about their timeline. Let's talk about Granny and Candace's, Granny, Candy, and Don's timeline. Oh, at 12:21. I don't give a fuck where they was before this. I care where the fuck they was after this. And at 12:21, this is where they were. Right here at the horse pond. Candace, Grandis, Hunter, and Summer. Because this is really what the hell they got up for that morning. This is really what they were seeking to go to. And this is really where they wanted to do the evilness at. It was a whole deep, dark, dirty, underhanded fucking plan and plot against a 5-year-old innocent little girl. Take a look at it. They take this little girl out to this creepy motherfucking water hole where they had planned and plotted against her for weeks. And they finally take her out here and unlive her. right? That's my opinion. I'm going to keep it. An innocent 5-year-old little girl, they lure her out here. They fucking literally lured her out here to destroy her. 2 fucking adults, the child's mother and grandmother, along with some fucking out of control teenage wannabe gangster, mentally fucked up young teenager. And they go out there, and this teenager that got groomed by Dawn, Candace, and Grandis. I wouldn't doubt if Grandis didn't have her fucking turn, right? With Hunter. She wanted her turn with Jose. She wanted her turns with Donnie. She wanted her turns with Allison. She wanted her turns with everybody else. Why in the hell would she not have her turn with that, right? Right? I'm going to tell you, you had a big bunch of sick motherfuckers up there. Totally demented. Totally fucking decrepit and demented. Old ass fucking weirdos. That's what they were. They were a bunch of old ass fucking weirdos. Mother freaking fuckers that look like they came out of a crypt. Right? They look like the fucking Night of the Living Dead. They look like them scary fucking movies that you watch where people get up out of the fucking crypts and come walking out into the graveyard. Only they was walking all over Ben Hill Road, which looks like a city fucking dump. Right? And now, I can't even freaking take, like, if I had a load of shit that needed to go to the dump, I would have to pay people to go do it, because I couldn't even, even if I had, big ass garbage truck or whatever people haul their stuff with, I couldn't do it because I'd be afraid that I'd see people like Grandis and Candace and Don Wells and Fred Hills and Laura's and Andy's and Jody Sue's creeping around out there, like, hold on, I just want to talk to you. I can suggest some places you can go. And tonight we'll all come and see if you're there. Right? What the fuck? Tell me that shit ain't scary. Because that shit's fucking scary, man. They're going to tell you places that you can go and come look for you there? Fuck that. That's some scary shit right there. Those people are creepy. They're creepy. And there's out there, look. Right there. Look on the screen. Out there. Creepy ass water hole. Big dirty fucking mud hole. They go to a big fucking mud hole. And destroy a 5-year-old little girl. A baby. They go out there and destroy a baby. How damn sick is that? How sick is that? You're watching, Candace. Tell me. Tell me, bitch. How sick was that? You're fucking the low of the low. That was your little girl. That was your little girl. That was the little girl that grabbed onto you, that held on to you, who thought she could trust you. Even though you're a fucking animal, even though you was a fucking animal, mean as hell to her, treated her like pure shit, she still was smiling in pictures, still thought you were her friend, still thought she could trust you. And she got the ultimate surprise right there on June 15th, 2021. How does it feel, Candace? How does it feel, bitch? To fucking have no children now. You thought you was gonna get to keep your boys, your boysies. Well, your fucking boysies told on you. They told that you're a big fucking essayer just like your old man, okay? And I bet they told you about your fucking grandma too. That bitch is hiding. She knows they fucking got her as well. That's probably why her ass wasn't allowed to fucking even talk to them or have any communication with them when your and Don's ass was talking with them. They probably told her, hell no. That's my opinion. I'm going to keep it. I do know that old bitch was sitting in the fucking car while Candace and Hunter was down in that swimming hole with that little 5-year-old girl. Destroying her, in my opinion. And that little girl loved you, Candace. She loved her mommy. She loved her fucking grandma. She loved her fucking daddy. You sick son of a bitches. You're sick fucking losers. You didn't give a flying fuck about her. I'm going to tell you something. If we don't get justice through law enforcement, we will get justice when the good Lord calls your name. I'm going to tell you something. Everybody born is born to die. That's one damn thing you will do. You will go out of this world like everyone else does at some point in time. And I'm going to tell you something. You'll answer for your dirty fucking deeds. And I'll tell you another thing, Candace. Your ass right now can throw this shit behind your back. But I'm going to tell you what. When your fucking old ass is fucking old as hell, and you're sitting around, and there ain't no fucking Donnie to laugh with, no Donnie to act like all of this is bullshit and you don't care. You're going to be sitting there alone, bitch. Because Donnie's an old man. He's going to go. And your mama is an old woman. She's going to go. And there's going to be nobody there but your old fucking ass. And you're going to wish you had that little girl. You're going to wish you had that little girl to fucking be there for your nasty ass. You're going to wish you had that little girl to pick your old ass up off the fucking floor. You're going to wish you had that little girl to cook your old ass some fucking food. You're going to wish you had that little girl to fucking be there for your old nasty ass when you're fucking too old and can't do shit for yourself anymore. And your fucking boysies ain't going to be there. Your boysies ain't going to be there, Candace. I'm going to tell you why your boysies ain't going to be there. Because your boysies are going to do the same thing that Jody Sue's boysy done. Your boysie's going to get married to some woman, and he's going to join her family. And he's going to be there for her and her family. And he's going to say, fuck you. He's going to say, fuck that old hag that essayed us when we were little. That destroyed our sister when we was little. I'm going to say, fuck you. You're going to have nobody. You're going to have nobody. One thing I do know about old people, Candace, is when at a certain age, everything that didn't bother them before starts bothering them. When they got time to sit down and they got time to start thinking, when they ain't got shit to keep them busy no more, oh, that's when everything flows. That's when all their life comes washing over them. That's when they start having the most problems they ever had in their lives. Everything from the past, every ugly word that was ever said to them bothers them now. Everything that someone done to them all of a sudden bothers them now. Every evil deed they ever did comes back and washes over them. They sit and say, oh, I wish I wouldn't have done that, or I wish I'd have done this differently, or I should have did this and I should have done that. It all gets them. Bothers them more then than it ever bothered them before. That's why older people like to find someone and have someone to talk to. A lot of them have to seek therapy because they just can't deal with all the stuff that's washing over them when they have time to sit down and think about it. And you know what's sad, Candace? Is most older people, they seek therapy because people did them wrong. Or they made a bad choice here or there in their life. Or they tried to push things aside, bad things that happened to them aside, and it seemed to catch up with them. And was really eating at them and bothering them. And they needed someone to talk to help them. They didn't deserve a lot of the things that came washing back on them. Bad childhood, bullies, bad choices, abuse from boyfriends and husbands, stuff they put up with they shouldn't have. But I want to tell you something, Candace. Everything that washes back on you, bitch, you will deserve. And I fucking hope no one is there to help you, because there was nobody there to help Summer. There was nobody there to help those 3 boys when you son of a bitches were putting them through hell. I heard that little girl. Help me. Help me. Somebody. Mommy. Mom. Help me, you broken stick bitch, Candace. You didn't help her. Oh, you helped her all right. You helped her. Right in the fucking grave, in my opinion. Right? You helped her. You're a sad sack piece of fucking shit. That's my opinion. I will keep it. And I'm going to tell you something else, Candace. Fuck Tim Mullins. Fuck you. Fuck Don Wells. Fuck Grandis. Fuck you all. Fuck all of you evil son of bitches that work together against little children. Something's fucking seriously mentally wrong with you. You're evil as fuck and you cannot be fixed. You sicken the fucking hell out of me. You sicken the fucking hell out of Summer's whole army. Every single person that's out here being a voice for the voiceless, every single person out here that's an advocate for children, you sicken the fucking hell out of us. And you still had nerve enough to show your fucking funky ass faces. You still had nerve enough knowing that you fucking held a substantiated paper of essay on 3 little boys, and you had your fucking audacity to come out here and fucking ask people to help your cruddy fucking lowlife ass. You are one sick fucking nasty bitch. And no one should have ever fucking helped you any way, form, or fucking how. You're just fucking disgusting. You're a parasite. You're a fucking parasite. Fucking humans like you are parasites. You need to go crawl back in the fucking hole that you came out of. I can't stand evil human beings. I cannot stand fucking liars. I cannot stand child abusers. And I certainly can't stand fucking predators. It's bad enough, these motherfucking people out here that abuse their children, as in physically, abuse them, as in whipping them until there's bruises. But it's even fucking worse when they're abusing children like that and essaying them as well. You're just fucking wicked and nasty as the fucking days are long. Disgusting. You're disgusting. Anyone that can hurt or touch a child, you're the lowest of motherfucking lolos. And I don't care what anybody says. I do not care what anyone says. Your fucking ass belongs in jail, and from jail you should go to hell. That's my opinion. I will keep it. Because there is no child on the face of this earth that deserves to be done like that. Children are innocent. They are innocent. Children love everybody. Children depend on everyone to be good to them. They just assume that you like them, that you care about them. They just assume that they can trust you. Man, these little fucking kids, what the fuck is people's problem? These little kids fucking trust and love humans unconditionally. Why can't motherfucking humans just love those kids and protect them and be good to them? What the hell is wrong with people? What in the fucking hell is wrong? I mean, fucking adults know that it is evil to do something like that to a child. We know evil from good. Don't tell me that, these people don't know they're doing evil. They fucking know they're doing evil. Everybody knows they're doing evil. They ain't so damn stupid that they don't know they're doing evil. Why do they choose to do that to innocent babies, to innocent little children? My God. And I can't believe that people on the face of this earth support motherfuckers like that. And I'm talking about support them after they know that they're big old motherfucking essayers of little children that had no fucking choice. They forced them. They forced these kids into doing shit that children didn't want to do. They forced children into doing things that made that child feel worthless. They made that child feel worthless. They made that child feel inadequate. They made that child feel, what did I do to deserve this shit? God, what did I do to deserve someone doing this to me? They caused these children to cry at night, asking God, why? God, why are you not helping me? God, why aren't you sending me someone? God, please take me away from this evil world. I don't even want to be here. I feel worthless. I feel shameful. I don't want to do what these sick bastards are forcing me to do. How come you're not helping me? That's what these children are going through. They're scared to say no because they already know the ratifications if they did. They're scared. They can't learn like they would have. They can't make friends like they could have. They can, their whole life's fucked. They can't socialize like normal children would. They can't think and be educated like normal children could, do. They always feel like they're packing this deep, dark, ugly fucking secret. And they're always walking on eggs. Are they going to leave me alone today? Or are they going to fucking bother me? Am I going to be okay or not? These kids are scared. These kids are praying. These kids are all mentally messed up, fucked up, screwed up because of evil, sick, old, fucking decrepit bastards that don't know how to keep their fucking nasty fucking paws to theirself. God be with us. God be with us. It's sad. And you know something? Don and Candace didn't give a fuck about that little girl screaming, did you, Candace? It didn't even faze you, sick son of a bitches. That's what makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Is to see you and fucking Don Wells and that crazy fucking granny sitting around fucking acting like it's just another fucking day in the neighborhood. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, Benny. It's nice talking with you, Benny. Are you done talking to Benny, Mom? Yeah, I'm done talking to Benny now. You come see us, Benny. And Dom Wells. Don't break my door, you dumb bitch. Don't break my fucking door. I'm doing a live. I'm out here talking and socializing with all these people. No, you dumb bitch. They don't understand that we plotted against our 5-year-old little girl to destroy her so we could keep our fucking asses from going to prison. They don't understand that we essayed every kid we had up here. As long as you keep your fucking mouth shut, you dumb bitch, they're not going to know. Fuck you, Donnie. They'll still support us even if I show them this big SA fucking substantiated paper. They're still going to support us. And yeah, a fucking few idiots did. Like fucking white boy that wishes he was one of them kids up in Donnie's fucking bed, right? How sick is that? Yeah, white boy, bitch, I'm talking about you, motherfucker. Kiss my ass, you sick fucking weirdo. And your old fucking lady's a sick fucking weirdo too. And I think you got a pussy myself. That's what I think, because I saw you're downstairs and they wasn't shit there. So shut the fuck up, you big old fucking girl. These people make me sick. I'm gonna tell you, the best part of those fucking people up on Ben Hill Road, the best part of fucking white boy and his old lady, the best part of people like that went down their fucking daddy's leg. I'll tell you that right now. It went right down their fucking daddy's leg. Oh, let me tell you something. There ain't no 17 pages of shit. There's no 17 pages of nothing. I promise you. Crime Lines and Lies, Brooks, is a liar. She's a liar. I'm just going to put it out here. She's a liar. Don't get me wrong. I love Brooks. I do. But she's a fucking liar. She lies about a lot of things. She lies about a lot of things. She's kind of, she's kind of 3 sheets in the fucking wind. And she lies about a lot of things. She does get some good information. I got to give her, she does keep kids' faces out here. But she lies. And she wanted to try to say that West Virginia Butterfly had 17 papers. No, West Virginia Butterfly did not ever, any way, form, or how, say she had 17 papers on the Wells children and other children. Matter of fact, there isn't 17 pages of shit. Brooks ain't got it. She lied about it. And I'm going to tell you something, Nana for Life ain't motherfucking got it either. They don't have it. None of them have it. No, that's right, Lisa. She did not say it. She said the Wells children were severely abused, physically, mentally, and essayed as well. Because Candace told her. Candace told her about all the abuse and stuff, and how, if she could go back, she wouldn't have been so abusive. That there's a lot of things she wished she would have done. And the main thing she wished she would have done is to continue to done it, but whatever caused them to destroy Summer, they wish they would have not allowed that to happen, so they could have still had all the kids and still been abusing them in every way they were for a lot longer. That's how West Virginia Butterfly knew about it all. Brooks did not send me 17 pages of anything because she fucking don't have 17 pages of shit to send me. The only pages that's out there is 2 pages. One's a cover page that they fold up. It's got Dawn and Candace's address. Candace Bly, 110 Ben Hill Road, Rogersville, Tennessee, with the zip code. Don Wells, 110 Ben Hill Road, Rogersville, Tennessee, zip code. That's what they had. That's what the fuck, that's the cover page. And probably grandma, big ass, fucked up knee, 110 Ben Hill Road, fucking riding on a scooter, Rogersville, Tennessee, zip code. Send it on up there with one paper. And one paper said, substantiated charges. Substantiated charges. Substantiated SA. Meaning the psychologist said, yes, these kids said they was. And the medical evaluation showed, yes, they was. So between the psychological evaluation and the medical evaluation, yes, it is substantiated that 3 children was essayed. Now we know for a damn fact that Don and Candace got papers. Because both of them motherfuckers had the other paper. That they tried to gaslight the shit out of us with. Right? They tried to hide the SA ones. The ones they signed the boys over because of. And bring out some fucking bullshit. Some bullshit fucking slip through the crack. Bullshit paper. That showed their shit was all dismissed because the fucking state wasn't going to pay another penny to do anything else with these dumb son of a bitches. That's what went on there. That's exactly what the fuck went on there. And they're special, all right. They're fucking special. They're a special kind of fucking evil, a special kind of fucking parasites that this motherfucking world does not need in our society. And that's why their asses need to be in prison. Right? Absolutely. You know, I'm going to tell you something. Problem is there's nobody out here that wants to speak the truth. Nobody out here in this true crime community wants to straighten their motherfucking backbone and tell it exactly the way it fucking is for these children. Right? They ain't got no fucking ass. They ain't got no fucking ass, baby. Well, I'm going to tell you what, I got plenty of motherfucking ass. And my damn backbone, I'll tell you about my backbone. That motherfucker's made of metal. It's made of pure fucking steel. I'll let you know that right fucking now. And I ain't afraid to stand up for children. I ain't afraid to stand up for any fucking body that I love and I care about. And I care about every child in this world, because every child in this world deserves to have a good life and be a child. Every child in this world deserves to chase their dreams and have no fucking body holding them back from it. Every child in this world should have the freedom to live the life they want to, not any fucking body else's. Every child in this world is our future. And they should be treated with the utmost love, kindness, caring, and respect. The same damn respect every fucking adult wants. Every fucking adult wants it. And when they ain't getting it, they don't like it. Well, you think children are not the same? Ain't it kind of selfish to want all this respect and everything and not fucking give it to nobody? I say people who want all the respect and don't want to give none. I say, what the fuck's wrong with you? I say, what the hell is wrong with you? It's a two-way street out there, baby. You need to be as good a giver as you are a taker. Right? Absolutely.
Day though, how was it? Was it fold up or was it like this?
That day and a few days prior to that, they were working on this.
Okay.
So I've even come to a conclusion maybe one of them people have snatched it.
Oh, interesting.
Because they were all the way up here on
yeah,
my
I see those.
As you see, you cannot see up on that hill. You can't see shit up there. Unless you go up there, you wouldn't even know.
Your mom's truck's right here.
Yes.
Okay, so when she's leaning against the milk. Is she sleeping?
She was sleeping, yes.
Okay. From exhaustion from that day?
Yes, she was. Where I woke her up early and she usually sleeps until 9, 10, even 12 o'clock if I let her.
Okay. How did the milk bottles get rearranged? Hunter said he had them on the floor and then he put them next to him.
They weren't.
Is that true?
No.
Okay, so walk me through that.
When we dropped them off, they were actually still on his lap.
Okay.
And he put them on the other side of Summer.
Okay. So he reached over?
Yeah, he set them over there by that. What's a black tote she had in there?
When you pulled up, did she just fall asleep next to that?
She fell asleep, I'd say maybe 5 minutes on the road.
Okay.
If she fell asleep 5 minutes down the road and was woken up early, shouldn't she have wanted to go in the house and go to sleep?
Actually, I parked the truck And I opened both doors. It's really hard because this lawnmower is. But I opened the doors up and I shook her. I said, "Wake up, we're at home." She jumped right up.
Okay.
Like nothing. I unbuckled her and I said, "Come on." I said, "Mom, I'll be right back." Well, went in there and he got the boys and they were sitting at the table. And I said, "Come on, let's get the groceries out." And we brought them all in the house, went through them all, did all that.
Boy, you know, I'm looking at this, and this terrain, Candace, just strikes me as being so dense and just... Is that what they say, the dog trail? Where's this dog trail thing?
I'm not sure, honestly.
Dawn Wells tells me Summer was last seen going to the basement to play with her toys. Her 3 older brothers upstairs, her mother and grandmother in the yard facing away from the basement door, and Dawn Wells at work. Wells says he believes someone was lurking at the top of the dog trail, just feet away from the basement door. He says the predator somehow managed to snatch Summer, then raced down the steep hill as she struggled.
I guess you guys want to walk around through here.
The trail was not an easy walk. To get down the rugged hill, Wells and I had to hold on to trees. I struggled not to trip or even fall on tree roots. Pretty steep.
Yeah. I didn't know the dogs even had a trail down through here until the police dogs followed it all the way to the road.
The dogs had a pretty good trail, a track for a little while, but then it disappeared. But they lost scent when they come to the road. And sometimes canines, they will lose the scent when it changes different type, whether it maybe went from the gravel to the pavement.
Chris asked Candace about the dog trail. She said, that's where the boys ride their motorcycles down and then come back up the driveway. That's not a dog trail. The boys ride their bikes down there, come back up the driveway. The dogs might chase them, come back up the driveway too. But I'm going to tell you what. The dog trail didn't go to gravel to road. The only place that went from gravel to road was the driveway.
Okay, so you go into the house.
Go in the house.
Which is good. Okay, where's Summer's bed?
Oh, it's in the basement.
Got it. Okay. So what happens when she comes in? The boys are playing where?
No, the boys are actually sitting here.
Okay.
And they're actually sitting right here at the table watching TV.
Okay, so they're at the table watching TV. Okay.
They were all locked in. Nobody could get in. Nobody could get out.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
So the doors were locked. Nobody in, nobody out. Nobody in, nobody out. Let me tell you something. Grandis and Candace was right outside. Don Wells said, oh, Candace didn't hear the scream because she was in the house looking for Summer. Candace didn't hear the scream because there wasn't no fucking scream, for one. Right, Jody Sue? Why would Candace feel that she could tell you to change that scream if there was a scream? Why did she think she could call you up and tell you that you needed to change it from 442, 447 to 542, 547? Why would Candace tell you that? Because there wasn't no fucking scream. It was made up. And she thought you could change it because it's made up. If you truly heard a scream and you truly was working with law enforcement, diligently working with law enforcement, Candace wouldn't have called you up and said you need to change that scream. And you wouldn't have been talking to her about where's your money? Where's your share of all those gift cards? and that Cash App and Venmo and PayPal. Right, Jody Sue? You're damn Skippy. You're damn fucking Skippy. There was no fucking screen. But even if there was a screen, that would have been right at the time Summer was coming out to help plant flowers, to wash her hands, to get a piece of candy, her favorite, peppermint. Peppermint. I don't know any child in this world that fucking likes peppermint. Not a damn one. Every kid I've ever seen rather have a Hershey bar than a fucking peppermint. They rather have some Tootsie Rolls than a fucking peppermint. They would rather have some Sour Patch Kids than a fucking peppermint. But it was her favorite. No, Granny, it was your fucking favorite. To get the fucking cooch off your damn breath. Or whatever else she was fucking licking or sucking on. To disguise that nasty fucking breath of yours, hoping you'd be able to get somebody else later. Shut the fuck up. Nobody liked your fucking peppermints. Grandis would have heard the scream. Candace would have heard the scream. Hell, Summer would have heard the scream. Even little Summer would have heard the scream. Because at 4:40, at 4:42, 4:47, Summer was just barely coming out, happy as she could be, according to Candace and Grandis. Happy as she could be to help Grandma plant some freaking cactuses, some thorn plants, right? Oh yeah, Grandma, I'd be more than happy to mother freaking have 50,000 stickers stick me in the fucking hands when I stick them in your dirty fucking pot and suck up the fucking pain so you could be happy, you old bitch. Make that make sense. Make that make sense that you'd call a 5-year-old child out to plant some fucking thorn plants. Don't make no sense to me at all. And if Grandma could pack 2 big-ass fucking cases of water up them damn trailer stairs, climb a fucking ladder into that shithole trailer, she sure the fuck could plant her own damn thorn plants. That damn old bitch wasn't worried about nothing but getting that corpse out of her vehicle. That's what she was worried about, right? That's what she was worried about. Because that's what she had in there, laying on some milk jugs. And Candace left her phone on the back of Domwell's truck outside while her boys were inside eating up all of that food. They hadn't ever seen that much food before. They probably found it weird that they brought food home. They probably thought it was weird that they let them stay in there and play all them game machines and everything and didn't bug them for over freaking 2.5 hours or more. They probably found it all fucking weird once they sit down and started thinking about it. And then Candace took that truck and went right down to Fred Hill's house and met up with Chad Arnold. She got down there before Chad did. And then here she goes out of Ben Hill Road with Chad. And I'm sure Summer was still in the back of there. And they went somewhere. And they hid that little girl away. Now, that's my opinion. I'm going to keep it. Now, I don't know if they went over to Van Hill Road where they had hogs, or if they went over to Morrison Cemetery where they had an open grave. I don't know where they went. But I tell you this, the bitch went. And the fucking bitch knows what she did. And that fucking bitch has to live with it every day of her fucking life. And I'm sure that it's like a fucking prison anyway. Because every day she's got to think of what a dirty fucking bitch she was to destroy her daughter and all 3 of her sons. She's got to think about it every fucking day. That now everybody saw the substantiated paper of that bitch, S.A. and 3 little boys. Let her live with that. Fuck her. We know the fucking truth now. We know why they had to go to the swimming hole. We know why they had to destroy Summer. We know why they had to hide her away. To keep their dirty fucking SA and asses from going to prison. That's why. And that's the truth. And I'll say, in my opinion, because law enforcement is fucking worthless. But it's the fucking truth, and them dirty bastards know it. They fucking know it. And I ain't afraid to call it out. I am not afraid to call it out. I'll call it out every day of the fucking week. I'll call it out to their fucking faces. I don't give a damn. I'm not a 5-year-old little girl. Right? I'm not a 5-year-old little girl. I ain't fucking 6, 7, 8-year-old little boys. Don and Candace are afraid of motherfucking adults. They're afraid of Fred Hill. They're afraid of fucking Andy Bernards. They're afraid of Wayne Morlocks. Well, if they're afraid of them motherfuckers, they wouldn't ever want to meet PG. Right? They don't want to meet me.
Whatever mom likes, pretty much we talked about. And I was like, what's Summer doing? She's like, oh, she fell asleep. I was like, oh, how's she sleeping? And when I look back, because I'm driving, and I look back like this, she had her arms up like this, like her daddy sleeps all the time.
Okay.
So I wanted to catch that moment.
7? They didn't lose 7. They lost the four up on Ben Hill Road. They lost 2 in Wisconsin. They lost 1 in Arkansas. They lost 2 more up in Utah. Them motherfuckers have lost a ton of kids. Not just 7. They lost freaking like 9 or more.
Okay.
It was just things I do.
Right.
And I was like, here, Mom, hurry up, take that picture. And then she accidentally hit the video record
Okay.
instead of the picture part.
Okay.
So like, did you catch it? She like, F no, I accidentally hit the video part.
That's what you get for handing Grandma the camera.
Yeah, well, I was driving though.
Okay.
And I was like, did she put her arm back down? She's like, yeah. I was like, dang. And then she got a picture of her, but by that time her arm was down. But her arm.
Look at her. Look at her, lying bitch. She can't even look him in the face. She is such a fucking bad actor. She's a bad actor. She's standing there and you can tell it's just fucking, it's just like bullshit, fucking bullshit by the second, right? Nothing but bullshit by the second. And Chris is sitting there. He's doing a hell of a good job going along with it. He's standing there thinking, man, you are a bad actor. Nothing but pure bullshit right here. But I'm gonna let you believe that you're bullshitting me. Because I want to get up there in that fucking house of yours. I want to see what this little girl lived in. I want to see how she lived. I want a better understanding of what these children went through being with you and that fucking low-life piece of shit you're with. But I bet you Chris didn't know that there was substantiated SA charges on this bitch when he was standing there listening to all her fucking lies and her bad fucking acting, right?
Was up most of the time like this.
Right.
And we were like 2 minutes from the house when she took her arm down.
Okay.
And then when we got to the house.
And when we got to the house, this was summer. When we got to the house, this was summer. And all we had to do at that point was to meet up with Chad Arnold and go wherever we went to hide her. So that we could say she got abducted. And we could try to keep our asses from going to fucking prison. And in that shitty ass fucking one-horse town with the shitty law enforcement, they seem to, for 5 fucking years down the road, they seem to have been getting away with it, right? Well, there's a new sheriff in town now. And he's about to solve this case up. And I hope he prosecutes the shit out of him. But take a look. Take a look. Look at the size of her head. You could tell makeup's on her. Look down there. Look down at the bottom lip. There's lipstick on her mouth. There is makeup on this child's face. Look at the bluing. They was trying to hide that bluing on each side of her head. I mean, honey, death is already setting in and you can see it. You can see it. Death is already prominent. It's already prominent. Not prominent enough for forensics to say absolutely sure. But it's prominent enough to motherfucking know the truth. Look at her fingernails. Look at the freaking, her fingers. Look, it's already turning the color of no oxygen in the system. Her face, her little hands and fingernails already turning the color of someone deceased. Come on. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. They should have been prosecuted the fucking hell out of. That's my opinion. And I pray to God it happens. I pray to God with everything I have that it happens at some point. Because this baby deserves justice for the way they done him. Who could do that? Who could do that? And I'm going to tell you something, Candace. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now. Bitch. This little girl on those milk jugs that is no longer with us, the Lord done took her at that swimming hole. She still looks better than you fucking will ever look. You nasty, cruddy, piece of shit bitch. I bet you're still fucking jealous. I bet you're still fucking jealous as hell. Because even in death, she's fucking prettier than you. You piece of fucking shit. If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down in a bed of roses, sink me in the river, At dawn. Right. That's right. That's Summer song, Candace. It will not ever fucking be yours, bitch. You make me fucking sick. This is the way Hunter's trying to say it went. He's trying to say he had the milk. He set it beside him. He's going out the, now look, he would have had to pick Summer up asleep. He'd had to pick her up and move her. No, no. If she was alive, she would have woke up. She would have woke up the minute that he started moving her, pulling on her. Because I'm going to tell you, Summer was all muscle. That child was 40 pounds of pure fucking muscle. She's one of those heavy kids, one of those heavy children that would have made him strain to be lifting her. And he would have woken her up, and she would have wanted to see Allison. She would have wanted to get out of the vehicle. She would have been all over it. She'd have been hanging out and looking up at the porch where Allison said she was, hollering and waving and just, acting out. No way in hell would she have stayed asleep. No way in hell. And he act like that's how he got out. No way. Because look at her. She's pinned. She's pinned. That arm is pinned in behind the milk jug. Take a look at it, you guys, and look at her fingernail beds, and her hand's already turning blue. Look above her thumb at the hand. It's already starting to puff up. It's already turning blue. Okay? You can't make this shit up. It's right there in your face. It's right there in your face. The hand's already starting, and the muscles are already, contracting. No. This child here, this child is no longer with us. Absolutely not. And look how they pushed the milk jug. See that milk jug jammed up under the damn box? Look at it. It's jammed. And the other one has got a box holding it in. They pinned this child. They pinned this child up like this. That's what they did. They pinned her in. You wouldn't have to pin her in if she was alive. You wouldn't have to pin a child in like that if she was alive. Take a look at it. Look. You can see it for yourself. I mean, it's right here. Right here. Look at her hands. Look how the bluing above her thumb. Look at it. Look how forensics couldn't tell that, forensics actually said they didn't believe she was alive, but they couldn't prove it. They could not prove it. That was the problem. Look. And look at her other nails. Look at them. They're turning. They're starting to look. You can tell there's no oxygen. They're starting to turn purple. Sides of her head. This picture right there. Take a look at it. That picture right there that you're seeing to the one side is a child that passed away in the bombing over in another country. That is a child. That's the hand of this is not Summer's hand. This is a hand of another child. Look. Take a look at it. Same thing, right? See? Can you see how the nail beds? That ain't Summer's hand. That is someone else's hand that come from another There it is. This is Summer's hand. Not, I don't think that one is either. This is Summer's hand right there. See how white her fingernails are? Look. Take a look. There's her hand right there. Look at her fingers now. Look. Yeah. As you can see, they're not blue. They're not purple like that. Look at the up close to the thumb. Her fingernails are not like that. That is Summer's hand right there. The one you saw back there wasn't Summer's hand. That was a hand from a child. This is a up close picture of Summer's hand. Look up around the wrist. Look up around the wrist. It's blue. Look over here at the other hand. Take a look at it. Already turning blue. I don't understand forensics. This is a picture of Summer. Look at the sides of her head. Look at them here. The sides of her head ain't purple. Look. There's no purple on her head. But there sure is purple. Look at the blue and purple coming out of the side of her head there. See? No purple. No purple. Take a look. No lipstick smeared either. Take a look at her mouth. No lipstick smeared at the bottom of her lip. And take a look at the first picture. You could tell she's got pink lipstick on in the other picture. That's pink. That's pink lip gloss or pink something. Because Summer's mouth is more of a red. It's more of a red color. And look at the pink. You can tell she's got pink lipstick on. And it's smeared right there below her lip. You can see it's the smudge, the smearing. They definitely put makeup on her. Take a look. Here she is again. And look how tan she is. Look at this picture, how white, how she's turned into that powder color. Look how the color's been drained out of her. She's white. She's got the bluing on each side of the head. She's got lipstick smeared at one side of her mouth down there. Definitely makeup on. There's definitely makeup on her. Because look at Summer's eyebrows. Take a look at how bushy her eyebrows. Look, you can tell makeup's on her real thick because look how thin her eyebrows look. The makeup is even over her fucking eyebrows. Look at that. See how you can see her eyebrows? You can't see them. You can't see them. Take a look because there's makeup on them. Allison did this. Look at her eyebrows. You see how prominent her eyebrows are? They ain't prominent there. Look. Makeup's on them. Especially if you're looking at this picture. Look to the right. Look to the right eye. Look at how you can only see half of an eyebrow. See how dark her eyebrow is all the way over to the corner of her eye in the first picture? Now look at the right eye in the right side. Take your right hand and it would be the right, you would be looking at the right side picture of the picture. That eye. Take a look at her eyebrow and look at how the makeup, see how the makeup's taking out half of her damn eyebrow? It looks like she's only got an eyebrow that goes like maybe a little inch and you don't see no more eyebrow. Why? Because it's makeup. It's fucking makeup. Yeah. If you've ever made other people's faces up, if you've ever brought your little girlfriends home as teenagers, or if you worked in the mall where you make people's faces up, ever had a job of putting makeup on people, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When you put the makeup, when you're putting the makeup on them, and it gets around their, their eyebrows, then you have to literally, you know, bring the eyebrows back out, right? You basically have to take a tissue with a little bit of water or alcohol, and you have to trace the eyebrows to bring them back, get the makeup away from them, and then you have to, you know, apply the, makeup, the liner that goes, over the eyebrows. You take the little brush and you brush them, the way you want them to go, and then you know use the eyeliner, or sometimes the eyelash makeup. You can also use that, the brush of one of those to you know to outline the eyebrows to look beautiful. um different people do different things. I'm not a makeup artist. But I have had tons of girlfriends, and every damn one of them, I don't know why, wanted to jump in the chair, at my place, and can't put some makeup on me. No, you do it right. I want PG to do it because she does it good. I want PG to roll up my pants, or I want PG to pick out my top, or I want PG. I got that a lot. Why? Because I was honest. And I always wanted people to look their best. I don't give a damn if you're prettier than me. I hope you are. I hope you're beautiful, right? I'm not going to hope that you're not as pretty as me tonight, because I don't give a damn about that. When I go out clubbing, I want my girls to be as beautiful as I am, if not more beautiful. Because when you're with beautiful people, you attract what you're looking for, right? And that's men. You're not going to go out clubbing, with the girls, if you ain't looking for some guys. That's just the way it is. Okay, you might have a boyfriend. Who cares? You're out to have a good time. You can't do it without men. So what if your boyfriend loves you? Once in a while, you need to still know you got it, right? That you ain't lost it. But anyway, and everybody, some people, oh, PG. Oh, no, you didn't. Yes, I did. Hell yeah, I did. Just like everybody else does. Yeah, they want PG. And I'm going to tell you something. I put enough makeup on these girls. I know when somebody's got fucking makeup on, and that's makeup. That's makeup. Allison done a number with some makeup, and you could tell on this other look to the other eye. Look at the other eye brow on the other side. You could see right there where the makeup's splitting it. You see the little bit of eyebrow that's coming out at the edge of her eye, and then there's a piece missing right in the middle because it's covered up with makeup. She did a sloppy fucking job. Allison was in a hurry. She was scared, worried, stressed. She did a hurry up job, and she didn't think about tapping the ridge of the eyebrows so you wouldn't be able to tell makeup's there. She didn't do it. She fucked up. The eyebrows should have been prominent, just like they are when Summer ain't got no makeup on. Look, Summer has flaws. Look at her skin in the first picture. Summer is a rough kid, and she has skin flaws. Look how flawless she is on the milk jugs. Look how flawless her face is. It's because that's called foundation, and a hell of a lot of foundation, too. That was a cover-up job right there, baby. Her skin ain't that flawless. They was covering up that bluing sitting in from her turning into, into a full corpse. That's what they was doing right there.
Don't know because I don't get into his phone. Man, I'm not 150% of chance of anything doing with this. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Okay.
Because I don't know. I have a lot of suspicion. Let me sit back and say, I have a problem with Allie, Jose, Jody Sue, Andy, Donnie. I mean, I could list a whole bunch of people.
If you remember when this video was taken, Dom Wells was in jail. Candace was worried. When Dom was in jail, law enforcement was in there applying pressure, telling Don, no matter night or day, if he wants to talk, they're ready to come in and talk. Pruitt was ready to get out of bed. Ronnie Lawson, get out of bed. Whoever he wanted to talk to, they wanted him to know they were there to listen if he wanted to talk about June 15th, 2021. Candace knew this pressure was being applied. And you know what? Ain't it funny how she decided to do this during that time? Oh, I could spit out a lot of fucking names. Donnie, if you want to fucking talk. Right? I think this was a sent to Donnie warning, if you ask me, because in jail you can have people in jail can have iPads, they can have electronics in there, and I'm sure Donnie had his. And Candace knew he could watch YouTube if he wanted to. And I think she was sending him a message. I think she was sending him a good old message. Go ahead, motherfucker, talk. Because you ain't the only one that can spit names. That's just my opinion. But she spit everybody's name but her own. She spit everybody's name but her and Grandis's. The two motherfuckers that were there. She didn't spit her name, Grandis's name. She sure in the hell didn't. She said Allie. She said Allie. She didn't say Hunter. Let's go back and listen.
I have a lot of suspicion. Let me sit back and say, I have a problem with Allie, Jose, Jody Sue, Andy, Donnie. I mean, I could list.
She didn't say Hunter. She didn't say Grandis. She didn't say Candace herself. She didn't mention none of the three that was at that swimming hole, did she? Did you guys find that to be weird? Did you find that to be funny? Because I sure the hell did. Did you find that to be suspicious? A big freaking red flag? Because I sure did. Right? Yeah, and others like Chad Arnold, Fred Hill, right? Yeah. Laura. I can name some more too. I sure the hell could. That's wrapped around all of this.
A lot. I know she didn't walk away from this property by herself or off this yard by her swing. I feel
That's right, bitch. You know it. And I'm going to tell you something. You just saying you know it allows us to know you know where she is. Because I'm going to tell you what, if I had a 5-year-old missing, I wouldn't fucking know it. I wouldn't know it. And if I did know it, then I obviously know where the 5-year-old child's at. Right? Because I wouldn't fucking know it. And I don't think anyone else that's truly got a missing child would fucking know it, Candace. And I think that was probable cause to tell you to turn around, that your fucking ass is under arrest. And the connection to your daughter's disappearance. I'd have been asking your ass to turn around. I'd have been cuffing your big ass up. I'd have been putting you in a police car, and I would have been taking your ass down fucking town and booking you. Because if you know it, then you got to know what happened.
feel in my heart that somebody has came up here and took her, has lured her away from here. Me and my mother and her were planting flowers. And we went in after we got done washing our hands, and she got a piece of candy from Grandma, and she wanted to go back over and see her brothers. And I said, okay, and I walked her all the way over to the porch, and I watched her walk into the kitchen where the boys were watching TV. And I told
There ain't no fucking body gonna come around, just come around. Look, she's busted. Look at Grandma's camper door. If you can see them, they can see you. That's the rule of thumb. If you can see them, they can see you.
the boys, I said, watch Summer, I'll be back. And within 2 minutes I came back, and I asked the boys where their sister was, and they said,
I know. No, they weren't. See, no, absolutely. Were they brought to the station that night at all? No. Do you know that sorry ass law enforcement and told them that they could wait till the next day to come down and, to the station? Who in the fuck tells somebody you can wait till the next day? No. What you suppose, good law enforcement knows that you say, no, we need you guys to come down right now while everything's still fresh in your mind and tell us everything you know. Tomorrow you could forget shit. Tomorrow your mind ain't going to be as fresh as it is right fucking now. You all need to go down to law enforcement, and you all need to be questioned up about everything that happened today. Well, it's still fresh in your memory, right? But they didn't fucking do it. They didn't fucking do it. Also, you roped the damn hill off and you go into the woods. If you think wandering off was an issue, then you go and you access the woods from the road. You don't let no one on the fucking hill. You go up on that hill and you ask for all the clothes the little girl was wearing that day, the bag and suit, right? That the video had. You say, I want the bag and suit. I want the clothes she was wearing when she left here this morning. I want the clothes that, you say, if she didn't disappear in that jacket, where the hell is it? I want it. I want everything. I want mother freaking search dogs and cadaver dogs up here right fucking now, going through Grandma's vehicle, going through Don's vehicle, going through Candace's vehicle, going through every fucking vehicle on that damn hill and everywhere on that damn hill. I want them search dogs at Allison's house. because that's where they supposedly picked Hunter up and where they dropped him off. And I want search dogs and cadaver dogs over there at her house, going through her house. If she doesn't want it going through, then we're going to get a damn warrant, a judge to sign off, and we're still going through over there tonight. We want Hunter down there being questioned. If mommy wants to bring her ass, she can, because we have questions for mommy too. Right? We have a lot of questions for mommy. Like, why are you letting your children hang with these slime ball motherfuckers? What the hell is your 15, 16-year-old son doing running around with 2 old women and a 5-year-old child? I don't know no 17-year-olds that want to go out with 2 fucking old women and a 5-year-old child. That's kind of fucking weird, don't you think? That's just strange. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball in that little girl's case so bad. It was pathetic. They messed up the whole crime scene. They messed up. They went up there and fucking trampled and fucked up the whole crime scene. The first thing they were supposed to do is take fingerprints inside and outside of that fucking door that Candace said Summer went out of. That's the first thing they're supposed to have done. And I heard that they did. And I heard that that's some of the incriminating evidence they got against them, is the fact that there was no fingerprints of anyone else's outside of that family's on the door, inside and out. I also heard that there was no smudge marks, meaning if someone was wearing gloves, then the fingerprints wouldn't have been so prominent inside and outside that door. They would have been smeared by someone, by the glove turning the door handle. They'd have been smudged up. Nothing was smudged. So they know nobody fucking was around that door. And that was enough evidence also to mother freaking handcuff them up and get them the hell out of there. Right? These people down there were stupid. I hate to say it, but I don't know. It just, I just find it very suspicious that Ronnie Lawson did not lead the search outside of Ben Hill Road. I find it weird that he contained it to just that fucking hill and that little bit of fucking forestry, on the property up there. I find it very weird that he did not bring in the community to help search like he did, when Carly Trent went missing. He didn't give a damn if somebody got lost in the wilderness when they was looking for Carly. But all of a sudden he's concerned and just wants a picked handful of people to be looking for Summer. None of this shit made no damn sense. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree, because it didn't make no fucking sense, baby. None whatsoever. I mean, something's very weird about that alone.
She went downstairs, Mom, to play with her toys in the playroom. I said, okay. And I yelled downstairs for her a couple times, and I didn't get no answer, which was unusual because usually she always answers me. And so I went down there to check, and she was nowhere in sight. She was just gone. I don't go on walks around here or runs because I'm scared of the bears and snakes and even the coyotes that are around here. Well, whoever has my daughter, I pray and hope that they have not harmed her and they bring her back to us safe and sound.
Just go to the FBI, the police, and clear it up. I mean, I don't know, it seems kind of elusive.
It's really strange that I've never seen this truck, and I've never heard of it until just recently. But I wish they would come forward and explain themselves. I mean, if you're not a suspect, at least come forward and say what you've seen. She was a tomboy. I shaved my head. She wanted to have her head shaved like me and the boys did.
Liar. Liar, Candace. Where's the boy's head shaved? Where are they shaved at, Candace? I see Summer's head shaved. I took note that after you shaved Summer's head, that you went back and shaved the two younger boys' heads later, to try to save your fucking ass. But looky here, Candace, none of these boys' heads are shaved, just little Summers. So shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking liar. You're a bad actor. You're full of fucking shit. You sit there, oh, I hope whoever took her returns her. Well, bitch, go get her. Go get her and let us see where the fuck you took her, okay? Because that's who the fuck took her, was you. She was in your fucking custody all day that day. All day that day. In your custody. And nobody came up there and done a damn thing. Your asses did it all. Why don't you confess? Why don't you come clean, Don Wells? You said other people need to come clean. Why don't you do that? Why don't you take your own fucking advice? And you son of a bitches, oh, that's right. You wouldn't have did all you did to keep your ass out of fucking prison if you were going to fucking come clean, right? If you was going to come clean, you'd have took her to a hospital and you'd have had whatever needed to be fixed. So she could have finished living her life and your asses could have went to prison. If you wanted to be in prison, you could have saved her. But you decided to save your own asses. Fuck you. Fuck you. And you know what I'm saying is the truth. It ain't my opinion. It's the truth. You're low life. You're scum. You're scum. How in the hell could you do something like this to an innocent little girl? How could you have no fucking feelings whatsoever for this little girl? How could you sit there and know that you're going to burn in hell? Burn in hell, Don Wells. For plotting against an innocent child that you fucking destroyed. That you were the whole reason that all of this shit happened. You destroyed. And so many different fucking your evilness, your pure, ugly, dirty ass evilness. And you'd have still been doing it if you wouldn't have needed to save your fucking asses from going to prison. You'd have still been doing it. And you expected to go to heaven? You act like you're worried about your fucking dirty, evil fucking soul that does nothing but pure evilness every fucking day. You sit around and you suck the liquor and you put illegal substances all up in your damn body. The Bible says do not drink to be drunken. And I'm sure if it says do not drink to be drunken, it doesn't want you fucking doing the illegal substances you do to alter your fucking mental capacity as well. And physical capacity. But you do it all. And you still act like you're worried about your soul. You ain't worried about a damn thing. Except for feeling your wicked, evil, fucking, low-life, nasty, scumbucket ways. All you're worried about is where you're going to get your next fucking fix. And who might have some children that you can get your scumbucket fucking hands on. Because you're sick and demented like that. That is my fucking opinion. And I will keep it.
She tried to shave her head
She tried
in
to
the
shave her
back
head
and make
herself.
it, I think you can see it in some of the pictures, and it was getting out of control, so we decided to shave her head.
And you know, that also, you know, brings me to a whole different topic as well. They go to church, right? They go to church. They worry about they act like it's all, they go to that church, worry about their souls. But here they are at home, essaying these children, taking illegal substances, sucking down damn liquor, getting drunk as fuck when the Bible tells you not to. They do it on a daily. They do it every fucking day. There ain't a day they miss. They own Don Wells works just for their fucking dirty habits, right? For their dirty, evil fucking habits. They were using and abusing every child that came around that fucking hill if they could get their hands to it. Right? And they were always going to that church. So tell me, why is the real reason they're going to that church? Think about it. Why are they going to that church? Is it for, they ain't going there to hear the word of God. Because people who go to church to hear the word of God follow the word of God, right? You go to church, you're seeking God and God's word. You're seeking to be good people. You're seeking to do righteousness. You're not seeking to go home and touch children. You're not seeking to go home and abuse children. You're not seeking to go home and do illegal substances and suck liquor until you pass out. So why are they going to the church? Is it to be around more children? Is it to be there taking pictures and fantasizing? I wouldn't let them motherfuckers in a church. I promise you. If I owned a church, I had a church, and I was a preacher there, they wouldn't be allowed in there. I tell them, you're not welcomed. We cannot have you in here. I do not want any SAers in my church. I do not want anybody that's sucking liquor till they pass out in my church. I would tell you, don't bother to come to church if you're going to go home and use up a bunch of illegal substances and suck down the liquor until you pass out. Don't bother to even come here. Why are you coming here? You obviously ain't seeking help. You ain't looking to change. So why are you wasting our time? Why are you here? It's got to be for a different reason, and I want to know what it is. Because it couldn't be good. It couldn't be for the good, right? I just wouldn't want people around like that. And especially if I knew there's a substantiated SA charges on these particular people. There ain't no way in hell they're getting inside that church. Because we have children in there, and it is our job to protect them children. You cannot have these kind of people walking into the church. You cannot be putting people's children at risk. Because sometimes children come to church without parents. And those children are vulnerable. They don't have no parents there to protect them. And they rely on all the other good people in the church to watch over them and keep them safe. And you cannot have people like Don and Candace hanging around in there. Now, if you remember right, there was a little girl at the church that kind of looked like Summer. And Candace took her ass there all the time trying to get real close to that little girl. And that little girl nor her parents knew that there was SA, substantiated charges, on Candace Wells. They had no idea. And I believe if they did, Candace's ass wouldn't have been able to get close to this child.
Head off and let it go back long, and she shaved her head to so she wouldn't feel bad, and but it didn't bother her at this point.
You hear that? It didn't bother her at this point. Because Don, at this point, he's thinking, she's gone. Right? She's deceased. She's already, wherever she's going to go. And in his mind, at one point, in my mind, the Lord took her. In my mind, at that swimming hole, Summer saw Jesus. He took her hand. He told her everything's going to be okay. That she don't ever have to feel any of that horribleness again. That he's with her now. And he's her protector. And nothing will ever touch her no more. And I think he took her on. But in Don Wells' mind, at one point, he said he didn't know if Summer would get into heaven. He sat there and tried to tell people that he thought she may be in hell for what they pressured her and forced her and overthrew her to do to her. He did not take self-blame for the fucking evilness that they were doing. He thought that Summer and the boys were the ones going to end up in hell and not him. He was blaming them for being there. If they wouldn't be there, then he wouldn't have the urge to do the evil, dirty shit to them that he was doing. And they're at fault and blame, not Don Wells. And that they were the ones that were going to end up in hell and not Don Wells. Do you see how these sick motherfucking people think? Put a 1 if you remember him saying that shit. He actually alluded to Summer not making it to heaven. How damn disgusting was that? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Fucking sickened me. It fucking sickened me. This dude is 3 fucking sheets in the wind, baby, and he ain't coming back. And look at that. Look at that damn... Oh, I guess it's the kid's fault, too, that damn sheet is so fucking dirty. I guess, I would think forensics would have got that sheet and tried to figure out what the fuck's on it. Because I'm going to tell you something. Look at it. Man, if there was ever any evidence to be had, that sheet right there is it. That damn sheet hasn't been washed in fucking years. In fucking years. That fucking sheet right there has Jose's mother freaking DNA on it. It has Allison's DNA on it. It has Grandis's DNA on it. It has every motherfucker that's ever been in that damn house DNA on it. Why they didn't take it to run forensics on it, I don't know. I bet you that damn dirty sheet tells one hell of a fucking story. Yeah. And they were scared to touch it. Them motherfuckers came in there with hazmat suits on. Oh, yeah, they did. I heard about it. They went into that house with hazmat suits. Do you believe it? Law enforcement wouldn't even go in there. Bare-skinned. Just their uniforms. They were like, oh, hell no. They actually put on hazmat suits to go inside that fucking place and search it. That's a true story. That's not my opinion. That is the God's honest truth. And Candace and Don Wells knows it. I ain't ever seen law enforcement have to put on hazmat suits to mother freaking go in somewhere. I've seen law enforcement go in a lot of fucking places in the hood, and their asses were right in there with uniforms on. They didn't even bother to stick on gloves. The next time that house got checked, half the fucking law enforcement's fingerprints were in there from checking it before. But not this place. They hazmated up. That's how fucking nasty it was. And that is a true story, you guys. I'm not lying.
Well, I knew right away that she was abducted. You know, I knew that right away, and that's what I told them from the beginning. But they have to go through their, you know, I forget the word.
Investigation.
They have to do one step at a time, I guess. But I'm sorry that they had to spend so many man hours in these woods and everything. I've seen them limping and everything else, you know, and I feel for them. But I just wish there was a way that neighbors could search neighbors' houses, and then if they're not willing, you know, get a search warrant or something.
Yeah. I wish they would have went and searched Allison's house that same fucking evening, because I got a feeling that you all have been arrested. If they'd have just took them cadaver dogs and search dogs over to Allison's house, well, there'd be a lot of people in prison right now, including Hunter, if you ask me. If you ask me, including Hunter. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you something. They dropped the fucking ball. And he wants to sit around. I wish neighbors could search neighbors' houses. You know what, Don Wells? I wish somebody would have searched your house a hell of a lot sooner. And I wish they'd have saved all 4 of those children instead of 3. You know what you guys done. You know nobody came up there and did a damn thing to your child. You know that you guys are responsible for everything. And that child protective service paper, Candace fucking allowed to get out here with the substantiated charges, lets us know everything we need to know about you motherfuckers now. Everything. We don't need to know anything else. Nothing else. You gave us, we already suspected why. Now we fucking know why. It's not a thought. It's a fact. They say they ain't facts in this case. There's tons of facts. Fact 1 is you guys had substantiated SA charges on your asses. You signed your boys over to avoid prosecution. That's fact. If you did the 3 boys, then you was definitely doing that little girl. That's fact. If you know she didn't wander off, then you got to know what happened to her and where she went. That's fact. She was not seen at Walgreens. She wasn't seen at Sonic's, and she sure the hell wasn't seen at a grocery store. She wasn't dressed yet. She was still wet on a pillow from swimming. That's all fact. So where did she get dressed? The only other place they stopped was Allison's. So she had to have been dressed there in order for the video to be taken 10 minutes from home. Why did they take the video? So they could claim abduction. That's fact. This is all facts. I'm tired of hearing that there's no facts. There's plenty of fucking facts, and there's enough facts to prosecute the hell out of these people on. Why they haven't been prosecuted, I don't know. But it's all facts. And you know what? Shame on those kids for not washing that sheet. Shame on those kids for not keeping that fucking place spotless. Shame on those kids for not doing everything that the parents should have been doing. Right, Don Wells? Right? Because you and Candace cannot take self-blame for a damn thing. Everything is always someone else's fault. You are more fucked up than I ever thought you was. When I start looking at this picture as a whole. And you disgust the shit out of every person out here who is truly a voice for the voiceless. That are truly out here because they love all of these children in the world and do not want to see any hurt or abused. They're all advocates. And every last one of them are praying to God that law enforcement sees the truth that we're seeing and prosecutes the shit out of you guys for doing the dirty shit that you done. And I'd like to see the law changed. I'd like to see the law changed where no one could sign kids over to avoid prosecution on SA charges. I like to see the law changed to protect all children, not some children. I like to see the law changed that when they change it, it doesn't go from that time forward, but it goes 20 years back. And everybody 20 years back that got to sign children over to avoid prosecution, if they're still alive, then they'll be prosecuted and go to prison where they belonged in the first place. Put their asses in jail. Save all the children. Because every child deserves to be saved. And we will, Don Wells, we will see if we can get that law in effect. Because your asses should have not ever got away with doing children like that. Especially 3 children. You didn't do 1. You didn't do 2. You did 3. And they should have put you in prison because people like you who already got those type of charges on them might unlive another child. People like you start unliving children so they can't tell and so you don't get charged. You're scared that you already got these charges and you're afraid that other charges will put you in prison. So you are more apt to destroy children in the future that you do something to. So that makes you more dangerous. And another reason why you should go to prison. I mean, you're still, if you got charges of SAing children, then you're still a fucking SAer. You're still a fucking SAer. And other children are at risk. And just because they charged you and took your kids away doesn't change the fact that you're a fucking weirdo. It doesn't change the fact that you fucking did it and you kept doing it and you would do it again. I don't know what the fuck our legal system's thinking. Oh, let's just let them sign over the children to avoid prosecution and be done with it. Well, they didn't protect any other children. They didn't protect anything in the future. This SAer is still an SAer. They're putting other children at risk. They're covering it all up. They're covering it all up to the point nobody knows about it. They're not on a registrar's list or anything. So people don't know. Nobody's warned that they, that these fuckers do this. And they leave all these other people wide open to be done like that. Candace was going around cleaning people's homes. She was going around cleaning people's houses, going around houses where there's children. How dangerous was that? How dangerous was that? She knew whether a little girl lived there or a little boy lived there. She seen Mel. She seen, she heard their names. How dangerous was that? She was going to the church around all kinds of people's children and had no idea about these SA charges. Cleaning people's house that had no idea. Hanging around with YouTubers that had no idea that had children. And nobody gave a fuck about saving them. Nobody gave a fuck. Right? Child Protective Service just didn't give a fuck about saving them. They didn't give a fuck about saving the kids at the church. They didn't give a fuck about saving the kids in those houses where Candace was. They didn't give a fuck about saving anybody. Outside of the Three Wells boys. I think that's bullshit. What do you think? What do you think? Put BS if you think it's bullshit, because I sure the hell do. I think it's BS. I don't like to be left in the fucking dark when it comes to charges like this against fucking evil bastards. And I'm going to tell you something. I think that could be a lawsuit. Covering up shit like that could be a lawsuit. Because they knew that these people were SAers and they did not put them on a register's list. They did nothing to protect other people's children. And if another person's child got violated by these guys, I think that should be a lawsuit. Not just against CPS, but against the system for not doing righteous and making them be on a register's list. Okay, you want to let them sign away the kids to avoid prosecution on that shit? Great. But they go on a fucking register's list. At least warn other people what the fuck they're going around, right? At least warn other people about the dangers of going around these people. Yeah. And that Kathy, the friend, allowed Candace to be right there in her daughter's bedroom, snuggling her little girl. Well, look what was snuggling her little girl. Kathy, the friend, would have a lawsuit because she was not aware of the danger that was around her child. It was concealed. Right? It was concealed. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Kathy, the friend, I don't think has started any rumors about West Virginia butterfly. To be honest, Lisa, I think other people are using Kathy, the friend's name to say that shit because they'll say anything to get click likes and views. I think it's a lie. I heard Kathy, the friend's been in the hospital and has been there for a while now. She went in back when she went in back when they was over on Van Hill Road. I heard it was when they were, the law enforcement went into Van Hill Road. I heard that Kathy, the friend, supposed to have been in the hospital, and somebody just recently said she was still in there. She's having some really, whatever her problem was, is really, really extensive. And I heard that, that she was still under medical supervision. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. And I heard West Virginia butterfly. I wasn't going to tell anybody this because, I don't have her permission to say, to tell, but I'm going to tell anyway. West Virginia butterfly's daughter told me yesterday. She said, Prayer Garden, this is West Virginia butterfly. Hold on. I don't want, I don't want to misguide or lead anyone. Let me read exactly what was said because that's what I do. It says, this is Vicky's daughter. She wanted me to message you and say she's sorry for hanging up. She's really sick. She's at the emergency room now. She'll message you when she can. And it says, thank you. Thank you. That's what it says. And I put a thumbs up. That was yesterday. So she is dealing with some stuff as well. So, but and I didn't tell you just because, I can't keep a secret, which is true. I can't. If I know it, you'll know it, right? Because, I don't keep secrets. I don't keep secrets. That's, if it's a secret, I think secrets are bad. I think secrets is bad. I don't think this is a secret. But I don't deal in secrets. All that secret stuff usually leads to, to no good. But, I do keep personal conversations personal. I don't keep secrets. I keep personal conversations personal. But I came out here with this, and I don't think this is a secret or a personal conversation. I can't ask you guys to pray for, if I don't tell you, I can't ask you to pray for. So, and she needs prayer. If she's in an emergency room, she's having problems, she needs prayer. And I don't think she's going to get upset about PG asking people to pray for her. Matter of fact, I think she'd probably, be very grateful that I do. So, that's why I'm telling you. I'm telling you because I want you guys to send some prayers up, for her. If she's that sick, she's needing prayers. So send them up. And I'm sorry to hear it. I'm sorry to hear it because she's like a vault. She's like a vault of information for Summer. And I hope we don't lose that. I hope we don't lose everything she could tell us about about what Candace was confiding and telling her. Now I know everything Candace says isn't true, but there's some truth to everything Candace says. And that's what we need, to put our thumb on in order to get more answers for Summer. We just need these people to talk. We just need them to talk. This little girl, look at that. Look at that mattress. Look at that son of a bitch right there. Look at that son of a bitch that had a paper just like Candace's. Man, I'm going to tell you what, that's shameful. Shame on you, Candace. Shame on you, Don Wells. Shame fucking on you. Everybody out here knows all about you now. They don't have to think what you did. They know what you did. They know what you did, Donald. Candace let the cat out of the fucking bag. And thank God she did. I thank God she thought she was going to wave that paper and it wasn't going to get clipped. Well, it got clipped. Oh, and I want to tell you something else. Don Wells, Tim Mullins, I want to let you in on a little secret, another little secret. The records are shielded from the public, according to, can you get records from CPS? No, you cannot. They are sealed from the public. Access for this is only access for individuals, okay, such as parents, guardians. The child, once it becomes an adult, may request copies of their own files, but it is subject to a confidentiality agreement, meaning Candace wasn't supposed to be showing the paper. She's the one that agreed not to be showing it. She's the one that agreed and signed not to be showing it. But she did. Nobody else signed that. Nobody else was supposed to not show it. That was her. There you go, Tim. How does PG know the law better than you? How does PG know that? Because Tim ain't as smart as he thought he was. Right? And I told him that right at the beginning. Right that night when he was trying to threaten PG up. I said, oh, let's do that. Let's do that because Candace is the one I have to answer to it. Right? She was the one that wasn't supposed to be showing it. Not nobody else. Her. It was her. Yep. Why would her dumb ass do it? Because she thought she could. She didn't think somebody could screenshot her shit that quick. But I'm going to tell you something. Some people's faster than the Wild Wild West, right? Man, Candace must not have seen some of them, slinger shows, right? Where the man comes out, they come out in the middle of the road, and next thing you know, Oh, Speedy McGollis. Whoa. Didn't stand a chance. Well, that's the way people are with these phones today. Man, you think you're going to hold something up there and they're like, they done got it like 10 damn times. They got it 10 times. You couldn't be fast enough. Right? They're quick. They're quick on the draw. Yeah. Candace needs to watch. She needs to watch some of those, some of those Annie Oakley shows. She needs to watch some Annie Oakley shows. Marshall Dillon shows. She needs to get, too bad she wasn't into old movies. Right? Too bad she wasn't into history. She didn't know what she's missing. I'm gonna tell you. You ever notice how those older shows educated people? Did you ever notice how them older shows have a lot of history in them? They have a lot of words from the dictionaries and the spellings. Did you ever notice how they were more educational than the shows we got today? Like the shows we got today makes you a dumbass. They make you a fucking dumbass. They're all depressing and shit. And got a bunch of freaking Debbie Downers and pity parties and all that kissy huggy. Have you noticed that there's no funny shows, no educational stuff, no family shows anymore. It's all about this depressed ass bitch looking for somebody to make her on depressed, and then here comes this weird guy, and the next thing you know, she's taken up with him, and he either turns out to be great or he turns out to be a loser. And there's nothing funny about it. Nothing. I get tired of seeing that shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on in Hollywood? Where's the John Candys? Where's the where in the hell is all the funny people? What happened? Where is all the all the family shows like Steve Urkel, right? Where's all the funny stuff? And then they mess up the old shows, because then they want to come out now. They want to come out and tell you about everybody that's passed away in them. It's like, oh shit, you're watching passed away people. I didn't think about that when I was watching it. And then they tell you, about how, the ones that might still be alive, how, they were behind the scenes. They were all, sickos and weirdos and, doing weird things to all these kid movie stars. And it's like, what the fuck? No wonder they ain't no family shows anymore. Nobody wants to take their kids to Hollywood. They're scared. Everybody's keeping their kids hidden. It's nuts. Oh yeah, that Mama's Family was funny as hell. Mama's Family was Mama's Family was hilarious. You're talking about the oldest boy, Josie. I heard he's already in the process of making his own YouTube. I heard he's in the process of coming out here and speaking and doing what he wants to do. as soon as he reaches the age of 18. Nobody's going to be bothering him. He's coming out to bother everybody else, and you know, put out his own version of what went down on Ben Hill Road. But I also heard that Don and Candace has had people reach out and talk to Josie, like they're his supporter, his friends. I heard that White Boy and his wife has been one of them. I heard that Tim Mullins has been another one. And I heard that they even told Josie to act like he was going, because Josie gets freedom. And they told him to act like he's going to a store or something. And actually, he went and met up with Don Wells at a park close to wherever he's staying. He went to meet up with Don Wells. That's what I've heard. That is what was told to me. And they someone told me that Don and Candace told them that they had people reaching out to Josie and having Josie meet up with them behind the scenes without the agency knowing about it. And Don said he has saw Josie. He has met up with Josie, and he has talked to Josie when he ain't supposed to be. And he said that he was able to do this through other people, like White Boy and his wife, and Tim Mullins, and people who was willing to go in there and, you know, act like advocates, and they're for the boy, when they were actually for the Wells, and getting the boy to go talk to Don. So I don't know. You know, it's just what Don and Candace has just confided into, you know, some people. Hey, Brooks, where's my 17 pages of in detail stuff that supposedly happened to this mass majority of kids that were up on Ben Hill Road? Where's that 17 pages? Because nobody has it. Nobody has it. And West Virginia Butterfly did not say she had 17 pages. She was agreeing with you that the kids had been abused and put through hell, some severe hell, on Ben Hill Road, because she talked to Don and Candace was confiding in her that, you know, about the severe abuse, and how she wishes that, you know, it wouldn't have been so severe, so they could still be up there doing what they do. She'd have took it a little easier on them if she knew they were going to lose it all. They'd have still been doing it, but not at that caliber of abuse they were doing. No, she doesn't have it. Matter of fact, there's not 17 pages, because nobody can get that. I checked into it. And the only ones that can get a hold of that kind of paperwork, the Wells can't even get it. Don and Candace Wells can't even get that paperwork. Their lawyer could get it, but he is not allowed to share it with them because it could cause harm to the boys. They're not allowed to see it. The lawyer cannot. The lawyer can look at it and know what, exactly how severe these charges are on their client, but they will not share that information with Don and Candace due to the fact that, these children are underage and they have to protect them. They have to protect them. It's a protection. And lawyers have to protect them too. So Don and Candace couldn't have that to show around to anyone. Only people that can actually see that is the prosecuting side and Don and Candace's lawyer if they were in court and had a lawyer, which they didn't. And even at that, before Don's attorney could even get a hold of that just to look it over, and the prosecutors, a judge would have to sign off on it. A judge would have to say, you got to get a court order in order to even see that kind of stuff, because that is sealed records. And you are not allowed to take them. You are not allowed to take copies of them. You are allowed to look them over. You're allowed to understand what the hell you're looking at. And then you got to be gone. That's sealed documents. They stay in one place and they stay sealed. So nobody's got that. I don't know what you guys are even talking about. Why would you lie about having papers like that when you don't? That's not even righteous. That's not even righteous. I mean, that's gaslighting. We don't like the Wells gaslighting the boys on June 15th. We don't like the Wells coming out here and gaslighting the fuck out of everybody out here for damn near 5 years before the one paper showed up that incriminated them. To hell and back, the way it should have showed up a lot sooner, to incriminate them, to save a lot of other kids from having to be around them. But that's the only paper out here. That's the only paper, there isn't no other papers. And the only reason that paper is here is because only one person got a real screenshot of it. And they only shared it with a couple people. And Nana for Life wasn't one of them. White Boy and his wife wasn't one of them. I know who that paper got shared with. And it wasn't none of them. So the only people that had that paper was a couple of people. And that paper got into PG's hands. Nobody else had that paper before PG saw it, other than 3 people. 3 people knew about that paper. I mean, physically could get a hold of it. So, no, didn't happen. And there ain't 17 pages of nothing else. I mean, I understand people wishing and wanting to have stuff, maybe saying they have stuff when they don't, to try to brag or whatever, but it's still evil. It's a lie. God says all liars are going to hell. says the Bible plainly states that Satan is the father of all liars. Liars will go to hell. Just like, just like the rest of evil people. They're going to hell. Like cowards, they're going to hell. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie about stuff like that. If I ain't got it, I won't say I got it. If I ain't seen it, I will not say I saw it. I will not lie. Nobody's got it. Brooks don't have it. Brooks doesn't have it. Nobody has it. I'm going to tell you something about YouTube. And I can say this. I can say this. You know why I can say it? Because I'm not out here for click, likes, and views. I don't give a damn about them. I really don't. I don't. And that's the truth. I don't give a damn about any of that. When I came out here, I didn't care if I was talking to one person or 100 or 1,000. It didn't matter to me. I was here for these missing children. I was here for Summer Moon Utah Wells, a little beautiful girl that needed the truth told for her. And that's all I seek and that's all I tell is the truth, because the truth is the only thing's going to find her, bring her home, and get justice for her. A lot of people don't like me. I don't care. But I do tell the truth. I don't make up shit for click, likes, and views. I don't run around a mulberry bush of fucking lies for click, likes, and views. I don't spread misinformation for click, likes, and views. Because I'm going to tell you something. All you're doing is hurting these missing kids. And you're a fucking liar. And you're in fear of hitting hell wide open. I'm more worried about my soul than anything else. My number one job in this life is to do God's will and make it to an everlasting life. That's my number one job, is to be good enough to get to heaven, because that's what this life is truly about. Nothing else. It ain't about who I know or what I know, what I got. None of that makes a damn. It don't make a damn difference. When I'm standing in judgment, none of this is going to make a difference. What's going to make a difference is, was I telling the truth? Was I doing God's will instead of my own? Was I good enough to get through that gate? That's what I worry about. I don't worry about click, likes, and views. That ain't going to get me through the gates of heaven. And I ain't about to start today. I'm damn near 5 years down the road with this. June 15th, 2026, 5 years. I'm not going to start today. All I want is the truth for these kids, and all I want is these children to be found, brought home, and justice served. I want other children to be safe. Where these children were not, I want other children to be safe, and that's why I want this crud the fuck off of our streets so they can be safe. Mike Don Wells went down that one-way road, and he found a little girl. And thank God, when he saw her, I was on the phone with him. Thank God I talked him into taking her instead of hanging up with me. I talked him into taking her up to the house and knocking on the door and playing the hero. And he did what I told him to do. But I had not been on that phone I don't know what would have happened. I don't want to think about it. I just want to thank God that that little girl's okay. And I want Summer found. And I want the truth told. And I want these evil bastards put in prison so I don't have to worry about any other little girls that Don Wells might pull up on and nobody's on the phone to talk him into being a hero. And that's what everybody out here should be wanting. Every YouTuber should be wanting the best for these kids. They shouldn't be willing to do anything evil just to get click likes. They shouldn't be willing to lie to get people in their chat. But you know, they use the entertainment purposes as a way to feel better about all their bullshit. This ain't entertainment. This is serious stuff, and this is messing with people's lives, especially victims. And if you ain't going to tell the truth, then you shouldn't say nothing at all. Yeah, there's no proof. There's no 17 pages. I'm going to tell you what. If any creator had 17 pages of in-depth details of what happened up there on Ben Hill Road to all these different kids, they would have just blocked the kids' names out and put that shit up for everybody to see. Because they would not miss. Do you think Brooks would miss thousands of damn views with paperwork like that? Oh, fucking hell no. You're kidding me. They ain't a damn one of these motherfuckers got anything like that. Or they'd have done showed it. They didn't even have the paper we showed. They didn't even have that. Or they would have showed it. They didn't have it. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. See, when somebody I'm going to tell you how YouTube works. When one creator gets something, the other ones want to act like they had it. And the reason they want to try to make that one creator that they're jealous of having it and showing it. They want to make that one creator look bad. They want to beat that one creator down because they didn't fucking have it to show. But they want to tell you they did. And that they was just a good person, not saving all the rest of the children, not caring about anybody else's kids being subject to the wells. They was a good person protecting the wells instead of all the children out here. You know, that's how they operate. And I'm tired of their fucking bullshit. I'm tired of their bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I'll call it the hell out. I'll call it the hell out any day of the fucking week. I'll call it the fucking hell out because it's true. And I'm sick of the bullshit. You want to sit up on your panel, then you sit up on your panel, but you do you. Don't go around trying to do everybody else. There's plenty of room for everybody out here. There's plenty of room for all of us. There's no fucking reason to be trying to cut somebody else's motherfucking neck all the time, trying to stick shit in their back for no fucking reason. It's just bullshit. But it happens every day out here. And I'm tired of being their fucking target. I'm tired of being their fucking target. Just got some sad sack son of a bitches that think if they can get rid of one YouTuber, it's more, then their chat's going to have to find somewhere to go. So we'll have their chat too now. The only reason they come into somebody else's, the only reason they come to other people's YouTubes and try to hang around is to fucking be, to get your people in their chat. Like, hey, CJ, honey, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, Summer's Angel. Good to see you, girl. D-Hex, what's up, baby? Nice to see you today. Hope you're doing good. Because they're just trying to steal your fucking people. Well, you don't have to come over here to try to steal my people. Because you know what? None of them's got chains on them. They're free to go where they want and come back if they want. And that's the way we've always ran this channel. Everybody over here is a free person to go and do what they want to do when they want to do it and show up here if they want to be here as well. We don't tell people, oh, we saw you over there. You're a traitor. We don't do that. We don't look at our chat. If they go somewhere else and they want to watch something else, we don't see them as traitors. We see them as Summer's army, Summer's supporters, and they're free to go where they want. They're free to think how they want. They're free to do what they want because that is who God made them to be. I don't want nobody telling me what the fuck to do, and I don't tell nobody else what to do. Okay? So you don't have to come over here trying to fucking kiss ass with the chat to get them in your lives. If they want to be there, they will, and if they don't, they won't. Simple as fucking that. Right? Simple as that. I'm all hip to that shit too. I'm all hip to it. There ain't a damn thing going on out here that PG ain't fucking a step ahead of. Right? Why? Because I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm a true child of God. I love God with everything I have, and He loves PG. My eyes are open. My eyes are open to all the bullshit. I see sin coming before it gets there. These mother freakers, I'm going to tell you. Evil people, they can get up as early as they fucking want and stay up as late as they want, and they still ain't going to get anything over on PG. And I'm gonna get as much. The only thing keeping me up is little man right now. Right? That's it. Other than that, man, I sleep like a mother freaking baby. I sleep like a damn baby. I don't have to stay up. I don't have to get up early, and I don't have to stay up fucking late to keep up with nobody except little man. And that's the truth. And maybe Mr. Fix It if he decides to fix something. Other than that, nope. But anyway. People want to hear it. I'm willing to say it. Amen. Right? Right, Summer's Angel? Exactly. Exactly. Summer's army don't have two faces. We only have one. And every last one of them are looking up with the good Lord shining down. And we're all praying that this little girl's found. We're praying she is brought home, and we're praying that these evil bastards go to prison where they belong. We're praying that the law enforcement does their fucking job for once and makes us proud. And while they're doing it, they can find Sebastian Rogers too. And they can and they can get the right people and prosecute them up for Michael Vaughn. And they can also find little Jack and Lily and put a couple more liars in prison that I think deserve it. And little Emmanuel, they can put some pressure on old fucking daddy and mommy to find out where that little boy is so they can bring him home and lay him to rest righteously as well. So the people who truly loved him can know where he's at and he's okay. They can get out there and find Genesis. I don't think it's too hard finding a big duffel bag that was supposed to be in a certain area of a freaking scrap place, a junkyard. I don't think that it'd be too hard to solve Nancy Guthrie's case if they wanted to look in the right places at the right people. And I think the right people might be right there in that family. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I've seen a lot of criminals get overlooked. I've seen a lot of criminals get overlooked by law enforcement. I just think they should get out there, work smarter instead of harder, right? Work smarter instead of harder. That's the key. That's the key right there. But anyway, PG's going to get out of here. It's getting late. I appreciate everybody staying in here, staying with me, hanging with me. God bless each and every last one of you who are truly here for these missing children and doing what's righteous in the sight of God for them. God bless you. God be with you. In the name of his son, Jesus Christ. Amen. And I'm going to ask that you keep those prayers going up because there's nothing more powerful than prayer. And there's nothing more powerful than the one hearing them. I'm going to tell you that right now. With God, all things are possible. All things. If you could think it, you can do it. Nothing's holding you back other than not having enough faith in yourself and in God. You want to do it? Just say I can, and you will. That's it. That's simple. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. All the things people tell you are so hard, they ain't. Everything people tell you is so expensive, go out there and check the price yourself. It's not. It's not. Don't listen to other people, baby. Do your own homework. Because everybody wants to feel they're better than you. And they do that by making you feel like everything's too expensive and everything's too hard to achieve. They ain't a damn thing. If them fuckers can achieve it, so can you. If they can afford it, so can you. Let nothing hold you down. Trust me. I learned the hard way. I trusted in other people instead of researching and doing for myself. And it was a big fuck up. I'm just trying to give you guys some advice that I wish someone would have gave me. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here. Is to help to help these missing kids and to help one another. And keep praying for one another, you guys. Keep those prayers going up. So many people need them prayer. So many people need them prayer. And I know God's listening. So send those prayers up. And know that PG is praying for you all. I don't know what you need. I don't know what you want. But I know God does. And that's all that matters. God does. And I pray always in the name of Jesus Christ. Every day I pray that God watches over not just myself, my family, but he watches over all the people I love. All the people I love. And I pray he watches over them in the name of his son, Jesus Christ. And those people I love are you. They are you. And I hope that you love one another. And I hope you're praying for one another as well. Good night, everybody. God bless. Much, much love to all of you.